What's up, peeps? There's been a lot of hustle bustle this past couple of days as Nickmercs has now kind of left Twitch to have his first few Kick streams. It's been going pretty well for the guy, gaming over on Kick, and I think that platform needs a lot more gamers and a lot more streamers tied to esports. Hopefully, Kick actually keeps up that side of the bargain. Also, speaking of which, we have the Twitch CEO responding on the contract drama. It wasn't really drama. We broke it down 2 days ago here on this channel. If you guys want to go check out that video where Nickmercs talked about how he had agreed to a contract with Twitch where he agreed to receive a minimum guarantee, and in return they got 100% of his sub revenue. At face value, it seems shocking, but he also goes on to say, hey, like, I love Twitch, I have no hate towards them.
And there's a lot of good things to look forward to, man. You guys can be mad, but bro, there's no ads, zero. And bro, Twitch had me running that shit. That shit was like a goddamn NFL game primetime. Is what that was, man. Woo! They had me fucking ripping that button. I had no choice. Either we do it or we don't. They had me running them ads, man. So no ads. And then a big difference between Twitch and Kick, and I might be oversharing a little bit here with you guys, but I'm just being real. It's big for me. You know, my channel, you know, and the MFam and shit, we've always had a lot of subscribers. There's a lot of people that go out of their way to subscribe to the stream. You can do the math. I mean, I don't know why, but it's fucking awesome. I love that. Okay. With that being said, for a long time now, and I don't know how you're gonna feel about me telling you this, but I'm just gonna tell you, I didn't see any of that. Like I got paid, you know, like a fixed amount no matter what. You know what I mean? So when someone comes in the stream and they gift 100, they're just, I don't. You know what I mean? Hey, yo, I appreciate that. You guys love. You know what I mean? But I don't. That's not mine. You know what I mean? No, I'm serious because you get a certain amount. It's called an MG, okay? But with Kick on the Kick deal, dude, I get an MG and I get all my shit off my dashboard. No shot. That's part of it, man. I mean, bro, you know when we signed our Twitch deal, it was one of the biggest streaming deals in the history of streaming. You know, sometimes you gotta fucking, you know, you gotta give up some things. Look. You know, when you line up all the X's and O's, it was cool. We were definitely fucking, you know, doing work. But I mean, that's just the rawness of it. You know what I mean? That's just the truth in it. Now on Kick, it's so different. And yeah. Oh, and then as far as last question, my relationship with Twitch, great relationship. I mean, I don't have a lot of horrible things to say about Twitch, man. I mean, they gave me a bunch of big opportunities. I was on a contract with Twitch, 3 contracts in a row. Boom, 2 year with Twitch, and every time it got bigger and better. You know, but the word on the block is they're not doing those no more, wherever the fuck it might be. But Kick took great care of me. They gave me a huge opportunity. Every time we sign a deal like this, man, you have to understand there's some things that are just life changing. This is life changing. You know, so big shout out to Eddie, big shout out to fucking Steak and Kick and Train. The whole crew, all the homies, thank you. I'm so happy to be here, okay? But even with that being said, I want to make them, you know, proud to bring me on, man. So I'm looking to do what I do, grind how I grind.
And the reason why I say debate/drama is because, you know, the internet does what the internet does, and a lot of people had different reactions. I would say for the most part, people realized, okay, Twitch had a contract where they agreed to take all of his sub revenue. In return, they give him a huge stack of cash, like a minimum guarantee each and every month, probably with bonuses there too. And in return, they got probably the lesser amount, which was his sub revenue. I think it's also important to note that Nick knew about that. He agreed to it. And so there were probably a few Nickmercs fans who felt wronged because he was not allowed to disclose that to the community. But that's also part of the reason why he was allowed to take that deal, because if he discloses that, obviously people had less incentive to actually sub. The reasoning I said yesterday that no one should really be that upset is because Nick agreed to it, Twitch agreed to it, and indirectly the community by subbing to him and being a part of his stream, you were the reason why he was even offered the contract to begin with. So although not directly supporting him with that sub money, you were still getting the no Twitch ads, all the benefits that come with a subscription, and you were indirectly supporting him because of you subbing. That's the reason why Twitch offered him that contract with a minimum guarantee. in the first place. You know what I mean? That's the fastest way I could probably describe the situation to all of you. But then we also now have the Twitch CEO responding on the thread around this. So I'm going to talk about the head of YouTube gaming, that being Fwiz, who responded back and forth with Hunter on this topic. And then the current Twitch CEO, Dan Clancy, he also spoke about this, which you rarely see. So like, shouts to Hunter. I'm super jealous he got those responses in his tweets. But let's do a little biblical reading session here on the channel, because here's what they had to say about Nickmercs and his Twitch contract/deal. Fwiz initially responding to Hunter saying, this is pretty normal across creator deals. You need to recoup ad revenue and non-ad revenue as you're paying a minimum guarantee that largely is more than what you'll recoup. Hence, these creator deals were largely loss leaders for all companies. Even with Kick, you'll need to justify it by user acquisition of who will actually gamble. And then Hunter, doing this freaking weird, Hunter, will do a Hunter voice, right? Oh, I still think it's insane as I feel safe to assume the large majority of the public has no idea this is how it works. Feels like it's a live omission about who the money fans are paying is going to. Who would sub to a streamer knowing they got nothing from it? To which Ryan goes, yeah, I'm not sure how the contracts were structured on disclosure of the deals to the public. Personally, when I structured them, I imagine he means back when he was at YouTube, I still wanted a percentage of the sub revenue to go to creators because I wanted to, one, incentivize them to still give a crap, and two, make sure fans didn't feel misled. Pretty much the former head of YouTube gaming, Fwiz, saying, yeah, if I structured the deals for YouTube, I would not do it this way, because then it really gives no incentive for Nick to even care about the subs, which he was getting a ton of. And yeah, it's kind of a scummy contract thing to do, which hopefully the entire industry is slowly moving away from, which they kind of are. Like, nobody's doing the big streamer contracts they once were. And then we have Dan Clancy from Twitch jumping in. And he says, Ryan got this right. He means Fwiz. I think it's all about how you describe it. Another way to describe his deal was he received the money from the subs, and then we topped him off. Dude, bro, what? Dan. Maybe I'm just weird right now. And then we topped him off to reach his minimum guarantee. There are other deals that people received that were more performance incentives where they kept all of their organic revenue but got a performance incentive on top of this. In general, these performance incentive deals were smaller in guaranteed money because the creator was going at greater risk in case they did not hit their target numbers. But there was also more upside if they outperformed. Some creators negotiated hard to get more of a minimum guarantee. In general, I agree with Nick's assessment that the MG deals were not ideal, and it is better to have less guaranteed dollars but more upside depending upon your performance. And so I love this transparency, especially because based off how some of the headlines out there, I'm not talking about Hunter's tweet, were kind of talking about this, it made it seem like it was a very negative thing of Twitch to do, which in reality, the streamer is also agreeing to it. And so my one main argument in our other video is, if you are somehow upset at Twitch, because it's a little bit scummy. If you're upset with Twitch, you also have to have partial fault, or maybe, be a little bit upset with the streamer who also agreed to the deal. Like, they agreed, hey, all my sub revenue is going to go away. I get this minimum bag instead. And so in essence, they are both complacent in this kind of interesting deal, which Dan also says we're kind of tailoring away from as well, and probably won't see too many more of. But most of the upside here was for Nick. So if you're a Nickmercs viewer, you got to realize at the end of the day, your sub still did indirectly benefit him. And as he said, he loves Twitch and has no hard feelings because they probably didn't make their money back. Like, they gave him a sizable deal. As he even goes on to say more, he's been signed to 3 different 2-year deals, each increasing in amounts. So they treated him very well. And so I love this transparency from Twitch, and I love the fact that we have Twitch, YouTube, and Kick now talking about this stuff. And we'll see how these deals change, and we'll see what platform can move ahead, and how things, even out or disperse throughout this next year when a lot of big streamer contracts are going away. What platform will make the best adjustments for the actual streamer? Like, what's going to be the actual best viewing experience in streaming? What do you guys think? Till next time, take care. We'll see you back here for the next one.